sprinkles, Santa Claus's special elf. Because everything is special with sprinkles. Santa Claus knows you're special too, and he has something to say to you. So listen close as Santa Claus shares holiday cheer with you. You can leave a special message for Santa Claus and get on the nice list at www.santaclaussays.net. Now here is the big man himself, Santa Claus!
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas to all the boys and girls of the world, including you. And you, and you, and you, and you. It's good to be with you. I'm Santa Claus Says. And Santa Claus says to be good for goodness sakes, because Christmas is coming in just a little bit more than a week. Are you ready for Christmas? Mrs. Claus and I are getting ready in so many ways, and we get ready here at SantaClausSays.net for Christmas in 3 ways. We like to spread some Christmas cheer. We like to read a story. We're reading a story about the elf who found Christmas. And then we also like to have letters to Santa. You can send we read a letter or a text to Santa every night of our Santa Claus Says show. And we are here every night between now and Christmas. So you can go to SantaClausSays.net. That's the website. And there you can leave me an email or a voicemail or even a text, and I will get those. And who knows, I may read your letter here today. You never know. But that's what we do. And we also are here on YouTube, youtube.com/Santa Claus Says, and on the podcast at SantaClausSays.net and on Apple and Spotify. And so we hope that you will join us here. Well, there is our Glockenspiel, boys and girls. And the Glockenspiel, excuse me, pardon me, Santa Claus got a little catch in his throat here, is where we tell a couple of funny jokes about Christmas. So here we go. What do reindeer have that no other animals have? Baby reindeer. Ho, ho, ho. How did you hear about the cat who chewed the Christmas lights? It was shocking. Well, boys and girls, it's good to be with you and to have this time together to celebrate Christmas time. And I'm so happy to do it with you. What are you doing to get ready for Christmas? Are you decorating your trees? Are you getting presents? You're wrapping presents? Are you calling your family on the phone if they live far away? Are you doing nice things around the house? If you're still in school, are you doing good schoolwork? And if you're out of school, are you being helpful to others? Don't be just being lazy. I want you to be active. I want you to stay on Santa's good list, if you will. Well, boys and girls, there is our glockenspiel, and that means it's time for Santa Claus's story time. So let's have our story here right now. We're continuing this story we've been talking about the elf who found Christmas. So let's continue the story. It goes like this. This was a strange Christmas Eve. And perhaps Mary thoughts, that's the elf, face showed what he felt, for Belinda began at once to tell him how it had come about. You see, Father and Mother went to town almost a week ago. Father went to help build a house. He is a carpenter, you know. And Mother went to do sewing for the minister's wife, said Belinda, standing straight and tall. And he left me to take care of the children. They meant to be home for Christmas. They were coming tonight. Mother said she would bring each of the children an orange if she could. But the snow was very deep and they didn't come. So I made the pies for the children. They have apples and molasses and sugar in them. And the children will like them just as well as toys. The children did like them. They were hopping around the table and calling out, "Smell mine, smell mine." But Mary did not like it at all. He thought of the many toys he had made that year in Santa's snow palace at the very tip top of the North Pole. He thought of Santa's sleigh, still well filled. He thought of the stockings and the Christmas trees that each children would enjoy on Christmas Day. And Mary wished all of his generous little elf from his generous little elf heart that he could give a beautiful toy to each of these 7 children who were made so happy on Christmas by a little saucer pie. Oh, groaned Mary thought to himself, and I said there are too many toys. I said children thought of nothing but toys and how many they would get. I said I was tired of toys, and these children haven't a single one, not a single toy. How could I have said such a thing? Oh, oh, oh. But here Mary thought, felt someone pulling at his hand. It was Aunt Mary, holding out her pie to Mary thought. Here, said Aunt Mary, holding out her pie to Mary thought. Here, said Aunt Mary, her pigtail standing straight out with excitement. Take it, it's yours. I want to give it to you for Christmas because you haven't any pie or anything. The other children would give you bites of theirs. And they said they would. Take it, it's for you. Mary thought took the pie. He almost wanted to cry, but he took a bite of crust and said, Delicious, said Mary thought. It's the best pie I ever ate. But at that moment, Mary thought's face grew very bright. Just a minute, he said and thought to himself. Oh, boys and girls, we're going to leave the story right there and come back to it again tomorrow. This is getting exciting, isn't it? But Mary Thought and the pies and the boys and the girls. And how Mary Thought discovers what Christmas is really all about. Well, boys and girls, there is the chimes, the glockenspiel, which means it's now time to read Letter to Santa. And today's letter comes from Dasha. Dasha says that she is 11 years old, and she is asking if me and the reindeer are doing good. Thank you, Dasha, for asking. The reindeer and I are doing very well. We're getting ready. We're getting all ready for the big ride. She says, for Christmas this year, I would love an MP4 player to listen to music and audiobooks, and some cute stationery for my letters and drawings, like the Judy Blume books, because I've heard they're amazing, and hoop earrings to wear with my outfits. And also, my little sister wants pins and LED lights for her room, and stickers. Thank you for everything you do. I'll leave cookies and milk for you on Christmas Eve. Love, Dasha. Ho, ho, ho. Love to hear that, Dasha. What a wonderful person you are. To be helpful to your sister and to be helpful around to others and to want some things that you can learn with books and audio books and stationery and drawings and be a good reader. I really want to encourage all of the children to read books. That's one of the reasons I read a book to you every day here on Santa Claus Says, so you could learn by reading. So that's what I want to say to Merry Christmas to Dasha and to all the children of the world. Now remember, you can always write to Santa Claus Says at SantaClausSays.net, just like Dasha did, and send me a text, or you can also send me an email, or you can even send me a voicemail, and I will get those. Oh, boys and girls, there is the glockenspiel, which means it's just about time for Santa to say goodbye for this episode of Santa Claus Says, because I've got so much work to do. Christmas is just a little bit more than a week away, and the reindeers and I and all the elves, Sprinkles and all the other elves are all getting ready for Christmas. It's getting exciting, isn't it? It's getting exciting. And I look forward to being with you sooner rather than later in just a week or so. So you get ready. Be good. Stay on the nice list. Don't get on the naughty list. We don't want to have that. So that'll be a wonderful thing. I did want you to know that we have 3 things we love to do here at Santa Claus Says. We like to bring you Christmas cheer with a couple of Christmas jokes. We like to tell a story. We've been telling the story about the elf who found Christmas, and we like to read letters to Santa. You can do all of that at SantaClausSays.net, and that is where you can also find the podcast at Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and then on YouTube. Every night we go live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's youtube.com/Santa Claus Says, and we hope that you'll join us. And don't forget, we have 2 very special. That glockenspiel reminds me to tell you we have 2 very special programs coming up before you know it. On Christmas Eve, we read the night before Christmas. You know the story. It's the night before Christmas and all through the house. And then the second one special story we have, special time we have, is on Christmas Day. When Santa Claus is done delivering the toys, I talk about and read you the story from the Bible of the very first Christmas about the birth of Jesus Christ. The most important person at Christmas time is Jesus, not Santa, Jesus. So I want you to be reminded of that. Look forward to seeing you next time here at Santa Claus Says, boys and girls. We'll see you soon. And remember that Santa Claus says, be good for goodness sakes. Ho, 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 ho.
You're special to Santa Claus, just like sprinkles. Get on Santa's nice list at SantaClausSays.net and watch Santa Claus Says live on YouTube. Tell him Sprinkles sent you.